Jai Hind to all and welcome to your YouTube channel MND The Futurists. Today's update is on the identification of prime suspect in the fatal New Year's Eve attack in New Orleans. Tragically, incidents like the New Year's Eve attack allegedly perpetrated by Shamsuddin Jabbar are becoming all too familiar in United States, highlighting the nation's ongoing struggle with violence and even public safety. A 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar, a US-born citizen and a veteran of US Army from Texas, at least 15 people he killed and over 24 injured after a rented Ford pickup truck was driven through a crowd on Bourbon Street at a high rate of speed early Wednesday. The truck used in the attack had a Texas license plate, according to Carter. The vehicle appeared to be Ford 1F150 Lightning, an electric vehicle. It appears the truck was rented through the Turo app, a car sharing company, according to Rodrigo Diaz, the owner of the truck. Also looks like some mental conflict in his mind. The suspect is seen to be undergoing a divorce and also killing the family members. I will take you through to his potential links to terrorist organizations. An ISIS flag was found on a pole of the truck's trailer hitch, and authorities are working to determine whether the deceased suspect had any affiliation with terrorist organizations. However, as per the sources, Jabbar was radicalized in the last few years, and is expected that radicalization may have been aggravated by the Israel-Hamas war. Addressing the nation from Camp David on Wednesday evening, President Joe Biden said the FBI also reported to him that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he is inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill. Now, the ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack. Possible explosives were found in the vehicle as well, and more explosives were found nearby. However, the US authorities have cautioned. The situation is very fluid and investigation is in its preliminary stage. The FBI is studying videos the suspect appears to have recorded while driving from Texas to Louisiana. Now, let me also take you through the horrifying story of this incident, how openly these ammunitions and arms are available, and how much accessible they are in America. After barreling through the crowd over 3-block stretch, the suspect allegedly got out of the truck wielding an assault rifle and opened fire on police officers. Officers returned fire, killing the suspect. At least two police officers were also shot and wounded, according to the source. According to New Orleans police chief, she said in a press conference that this man, I quote, this man was trying to run over as many people as possibly could. She said the driver was hell-bent on creating the carnage and damage that he did. Weapons and potential IEDs were located in the suspect's vehicle, and other potential IEDs were located in the French Quarter, according to the FBI, which is still leading the investigation. As of now, 2 IEDs have been found and rendered safe. Investigators found homemade pipe bombs at the scene of the Bourbon Street attack. The crude devices contained coils and nails, the sources said. Some grenades were also found, which is among the items tested for viability. In addition to the assault rifle Jabbar was allegedly armed with a handgun, according to media sources. Now, the suspect is not believed to be solely responsible for this attack, according to FBI and many other sources, which said it is pursuing leads to identify any of his associates who may have had anything to do with this particular incident and make sure that justice does prevail and these individuals are caught and targeted immediately. New Orleans police have reviewed surveillance video that appears to show several people planting potential explosive devices in advance of the vehicle's ramming, leading the FBI to conclude the driver of the pickup truck did not act alone in the attack. Now, the suspect was honorary discharged from army. Let's see his military and even corporate career, as he even worked with Deloitte. Jabbar served in human resources and information technology roles in army from 2007 to 2015, during which he was deployed to Afghanistan from February 2009 to January 2010. He continued as an IT specialist in the Army Reserve from 2015 to 2020. His listed jobs were not direct combat roles. Jabbar is believed to have been discharged honorably from the army, though now investigations are still looking into his military record, according to FBI. And now, the suspect had earlier enlisted in the Navy in August 2024, though he never went to the boot camp and was discharged from the delayed entry program 1 month later, according to the Navy spokesperson. In a YouTube video posted in 2020, Jabbar says he was born and raised in Texas, Beaumont, and spent a decade working in US military before becoming a realtor in the Houston area. Now, his years in military was spent working as a human resource and IT specialist, Jabbar says in the video, which has since been removed from the YouTube. Now, the suspect has been living in the Houston area, according to Texas Lieutenant Governor. Authorities with the FBI and Harris County office were also conducting law enforcement activity in an area of North Houston in connection with New Orleans attack. Now, the suspect also worked for Deloitte, having served in a staff level role since being hired in 2021. Let me quote certain reactions. We are shocked to learn of reports today that the individual identified as a suspect had any association with our firm, the spokesperson said in a statement. Like everyone, we are outraged by this shameful and senseless act of violence and are doing all we can do to assist the authorities in their investigation. His title was at Deloitte was Senior Solution Specialist, according to a source. Now, as the investigation into the New Orleans attack continues, one thing is clear. The United States is at a crossroads. The rise of violence and hatred is a stark reminder that the very fabric of their society is under threat. It's time for America to come together and confront these demons that are driving this senseless violence. We must also recognize and spread that such kind of hatred and intolerance is definitely a collective responsibility that everyone in America has to play and just stopping it. As we move forward, let us also remember the victims of New Orleans attack and their families who will never be able to be same again. Do subscribe to our channel And for more such thought provoking content and in depth analysis of such issues to shape our world together, let's work towards creating a brighter and more hopeful future. Jai Hind and Jai Bharat.